1 will include sites 2 and 3, and phase 1 will include site 1. There are 3 points, main points for the appeals. The first point is historic. The second point is to maintain the project site as service parking lots. And the third point is that the project should require an EIR. Regarding those 3 points, the project did get approval from the Highland Park Ravanza HPOZ board, and the conditions have been included in the determination. Regarding site 2, to maintain the public surface parking, the project will maintain all the 221 parking spaces on the 3 sites. And regarding point 3, for an EIR is only required if there are impacts that cannot be mitigated. This project did get mitigated negative declarations since there were impacts, and mitigations were incorporated to minimize the impacts to a less than significant level. The City Planning Commission approved the project as proposed, with the addition of 1 condition that included phase 2 environmental site assessment for sites 1 and 2. Staff is recommending that you deny the appeals and sustain the decisions of the City Planning Commission.
Thank you very much. And we have a number of comments here. I don't know, Mr. Cedillo, it's your district. You want to reserve your comments after public comment or now? After? Okay. We have the appellant, Lisa Eduardo. 3 minutes, please.
The appellants are actually a loosely formed group called Friends of Highland Park, and I was hoping to also do 3 minutes with Lloyd Catrow. I mean, we're actually a team of 3 hardworking community members that are pushing this forward.
Who is the other person in the basement?
Jesse Rosas and Lloyd Catrow.
And
So we would have 3 minutes.
Can appellant on record to Lisa Eduardo.
Okay.
Yep.
We have 1 other person from that group.
All right.
For opportunity to speak, and 3 minutes each will be flexible. And if you want Jesse Rosas as the other person?
I'll let them figure it out. If that's okay with you, they're behind me now. So,
Okay.
but those would be the 2 other gentlemen that are, we're a force of 3 here.
Okay.
Many behind us. Good afternoon. My name is Lisa Eduardo. I'm a resident of Highland Park since 1965, and I'm speaking on behalf of Friends of Highland Park. Sorry, that was squeaky. This is from the California Governor's Office of Planning and Research. What is a negative declaration? When faced with a discretionary project which is not exempt from the California Environmental Quality Act, a lead agency must prepare an initial study to determine whether the project may have significant adverse effects on the environment. If such an effect may occur, the lead agency must prepare an environmental report. This community has voiced its substantial concerns since 2008. My letter, one of many on the record to McCormick, Baron Salazar, and CD1 at the time of 2008, raises the issue of lack of community involvement, housing and population density, traffic congestion, and the elimination of vistas or view sheds, which characterize Highland Park, evidenced in the many historic writings on this area from the likes of Charles Lummis, founders of Occidental College, founder of Judson Studio, the great modern poet Robinson Jeffers, President Taft William. I also voiced concern over the impact or potential impact of a heat island effect by intense increase of large hardscape development, raising temperatures and reducing airflows. It is now 2013 and this community continues to voice substantial concern, and that is why we are here today with this appeal. We have included many more concerns of significant or potentially significant impacts to air quality, toxic gases from intense construction to operation of this proposed development. California Air Resource Board identifies diesel engine exhaust as toxic and carcinogenic. The trucks as one, and the trucks as one of the largest sources of this toxic gas. Schools are a sensitive receptor of concern, not included in the initial study or the MND on this project. Water quality, the development is less than a half-mile downhill to the Arroyo Seco, a major tributary to the Los Angeles River and watershed. Not included in the initial study, no appropriate analysis on water hydrology. Highland Park is home to several artisan springs, White Rose Springs, Indian Head Water, Yosemite Water, Sparkless Water, not included in the initial study or MND. The lead agency in its own recommendations of June 13, 2013, recommended Article number 11, a fish and game fee is now required to be submitted. I'm just going to jump through this and not go in detail. I'm going to leave it with you. Historical resources, the Act of Route 66 corridor, open space where Highland Park is 1.4 acres per 1,000 people, and the National Rec Parks is 6 to 10 acres per 1,000 people. I won't address housing and population, but the MND did not even check the box, even though this is a housing development. Fair argument. The original determination made on the basis of initial study whether to prepare either a negative declaration or an EIR is subject to the fair argument test. In other words, if a fair argument can be raised on the basis of substantial evidence, the record that the project may have significant adverse environmental impact, even if evidence also exists to the contrary, then an EIR is required. This is what the community demands yesterday and today. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I will leave this, sorry if I shouted into the microphone. I will leave this, which is my full statement that I did